home of the Bills since way back in 1973. There's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Tyler Lockett.
15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Very short.
10 yards on the big
options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
47-yard line.
There's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Found good room to run there, returns it 14 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Bills make their way out, led by their 3rd-year quarterback from Wyoming. At 24 years of age, it's Josh Allen.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running quarterbacks in the league, had 9 touchdown runs. That gives him 17 in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got we do on 3rd down. That's a nice start for them in this one.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former second-round pick out of Alabama. And that's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Good for
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
35-yard
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
The ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Allen to Beasley, first down Buffalo. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hyde on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Third down. And in.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry?
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Allen flush to his right. Gets it to Brown. Good play. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
1st and goal.
The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys... People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down.
1st down, a run with Hyde. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And Oliver made the tackle.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Going for Metcalf, and this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
For the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Myers connects on the PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Allen's pass intercepted by the Seahawks.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Wilson operating from the gun. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
To number 16.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you've...
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Bills.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Cole Beasley. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, as the first half is winding down. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
The Bills are lining.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2nd and 14. So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
14. Bills.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Bills.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he was in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 11.
2nd down at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Seahawks 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they gave up the pick-6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
15. And the Seahawks first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
So here are the Bills to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
26, Devin.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Allen on the keeper.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. but it's incomplete.
Intended for Lee.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that in a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Wilson's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Makes the score Seahawks 30. Bills.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
3-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until...
Bye-bye, Beasley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
33. Seahawks 30.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bills have recovered.
The second down pass.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. Wow! John Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st down, Singletary. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a big,
and they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the 22-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Singletary again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Have to imagine this will be on the as they come up 2nd and 7. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Covered by Jamal Adams.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 26-yard attempt.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Throwing now is Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now Wilson. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40. But and done.
Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Wilson. 8th catch for him now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He finds his running back, Hyde. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the perfect